Phase 2 of the Threat of Evil in Numberland? Okay, let's just jump right into this explainer. Because today we're diving headfirst into the wildly unpredictable, completely chaotic saga of the band Löded Eyeron. Seriously, if you think you know the limits of what a musical act can actually survive, yeah, you might want to rethink those parameters right now. We are looking at a story that straight up defies logic, science, and honestly, basic probability.
How do you win a battle of the bands during a zombie apocalypse and a cosmic strike? I mean, I really want you to ask yourself, how does a group overcome back-to-back natural, biological, and celestial disasters just to secure a 7th consecutive championship? We all know this isn't just a story about, practicing scales and writing lyrics. This is a hardcore survival timeline of the most dangerous sonic battle in Numberland history. It's about the sheer grit required to keep the music playing when the universe itself is literally trying to take you out.
Earthquake, the shaking of the Earth's surface resulting from a sudden release of energy in the lithosphere. So, our chronological journey actually kicks off with some cold, hard geological science. Right as the band's core sextuplets turned 15, just as they were celebrating, boom, a massive disaster hits. We're talking about a severe earthquake. A sudden, violent release of energy in the lithosphere that violently shakes the Earth's surface. And guys, this wasn't just some minor tremor. It was a catastrophic event that literally shifted the ground beneath Löded Eyron's feet.
Global epicenter data from 1963 to 1998 perfectly illustrates the severity of this whole situation. While everyday tectonic shifts can absolutely be devastating, the one that hit Numberland was a jaw-dropping magnitude 9.1 earthquake. To put that into perspective, it was so powerful it instantly awakened a dormant volcano. It flipped the entire region from peaceful to totally perilous in a matter of seconds, setting a deeply, deeply tragic tone for the band's next chapter.
The tragic loss of Pauls and Ocelot. Amidst all this tectonic chaos and volcanic eruption, the band faced some immediate, heavy personal tragedy. The whole infrastructure collapsed, meaning vital resources just vanished overnight. And tragically, they lost their beloved pets, a Chihuahua named Pauls and a black cat named Ocelot, to thirst and starvation. It's just a heartbreaking moment that really grounded their whole fantastical journey in a devastating reality, pretty much forcing them to channel that immense grief directly into their music.
The rehearsal rampage. Moving into the rehearsal room, the band was desperately trying to push forward. They bring in a new member, Steve, to kind of patch up the rhythm section. But man, his debut sparked a literal riot. Steve composed this super controversial track titled Banning Eyeron and Roblox. And the crowd, they completely revolted against this anti-gaming stance. The situation escalated so incredibly fast that angry fans actually began weaponizing the band's own merchandise. They were hurling full bottles of their signature candy-flavored soda, Eyeron juice, right at the stage, creating a huge medical threat.
Osteoporosis, a silent bone disease where bone mineral density and mass decrease, making bones highly susceptible to fractures. Okay, the crucial point we need to understand here is the completely absurd medical danger they were facing. Like, why was getting hit with soda so terrifying? Because, as we know, Eyeron juice was infamous for causing immediate severe osteoporosis. The disease actively decreases bone mineral density. So the crowd was essentially launching carbonated biological weapons at them. It turned a simple musical protest into a localized, absolutely devastating health crisis for the band.
Asteroids and undead chihuahuas. Just when you think things can't possibly get any stranger, let's track this rapid-fire timeline where a biohazard was miraculously canceled out by a cosmic strike. T-minus 2 minutes, a rabid, undead zombie chihuahua, which is crazy, maybe an apocalyptic echo of their lost pet Pauls, breaches their high-security estate. T-minus 1 minute, it corners another new member, 5, in the lounge. He is literally seconds away from a fatal bite. But right at that exact moment of impact, asteroid Sigma-12 breaches the atmosphere. And for the resolution, the asteroid vaporizes the concert hall and the dog instantly.
Looking at the threat level breakdown, the sheer improbability of this outcome is just staggering. We had two extreme threat levels colliding, a biohazard incident with the zombie Chihuahua break-in targeting new member 5, and a cosmic incident with asteroid Sigma-12 hitting the Grand Concert Hall. The ultimate outcome? Member 5 survived the undead dog attack solely because a rogue space rock pulverized the nearby venue. The shockwave from the total structural obliteration traveled outward, instantly vaporizing the dog mid-pounce. I mean, it is the absolute most extreme case of being saved by the bell. Well, if the bell was a flaming meteor. At this moment, the data leaves no room for debate. Even in the deepest shadow of heartbreak, the spirit of rhythm remains absolute. Emerging from his underground bunker to survey the smoking crater where the stadium used to be, the monarch of Numberland, King 48 III, delivered this incredibly stoic, unwavering quote to his stunned citizens. Rather than declaring a state of emergency to cancel the tournament, he used the data to affirm that the music would not and simply could not be stopped by the cosmos.
3 types of faults: strike slip, normal, and reverse. Treating the asteroid strike with the exact same analytical seriousness as these tectonic fault lines, emergency crews mobilized immediately. They really understood the mechanics of structural failure and strain here. Working 24/7, masonry teams and engineers began desperately patching drywall and stabilizing foundation columns. It was a complete race against time to ensure the concert hall was rebuilt so the show could miraculously go on.
The epistaxis emergency. But guys, the drama wasn't over. Right before the tournament, a wave of sheer panic rippled through the camp. 55, the band's vital rhythmic anchor, suffered a severe bout of acute epistaxis, which is basically heavy nosebleeding. Ambulances rushed to the scene, and given everything they had literally just survived, this sudden medical emergency sent a wave of total terror through the kingdom. Thankfully, though, after intense medical intervention, he was 100% medically cleared for the stage.
The real sextuplets lineup. So while new recruits like Steve and Five definitely helped them survive those chaotic rehearsals, the actual impending tournament and their upcoming August 17th birthday belonged strictly to the original 6. You've got 55 and 27 as the rhythmic foundation, Joey, Judy, and Zoe as the frontline vocal and harmony powerhouses, and of course Caleb, the final piece of the legendary birth pattern. The kingdom knew that when the real stakes were on the line, it was this pure foundational core that had to deliver the victory.
The 7th Battle of the Bands. And so, against all conceivable odds, they finally arrived at the 7th Battle of the Bands. With the newly rebuilt stadium officially certified as 100% space rock and asteroid-proof, the stage was set. This wasn't just some musical competition anymore. This was the most dangerous sonic battle in Numberland history against their atmospheric and heavy rivals, the band Zombie. The final showdown. What's truly incredible about this clash is how all the mathematical models were entirely shattered once Löded Eyeron actually hit the stage. Zombie attempts this heavy, atmospheric rhythm disruption to throw them off, but Löded Eyeron, they counter with a massive sonic assault. 55, fresh off his medical emergency, delivers absolutely flawless, stabilized pacing, and Joey just shreds these razor-sharp guitar riffs that left the entire audience in absolute awe. Eliminated from next tournament, the outcome wasn't just a victory, it was a total decimation. The judges' scorecard was so overwhelmingly skewed in Löded Eyeron's favor that Zombie didn't just lose, no way. They received a historic, unprecedented penalty. Zombie was brutally and officially eliminated from competing in the upcoming 8th battle. The dynasty had crushed their rivals so thoroughly that the rulebook itself literally had to be altered. The absolute dominance is so clear when we look at these final standings. Löded Eyeron locked in first place, securing that 7-time champion status and automatically qualifying for future eligibility. Meanwhile, Zombie is left in second place, defeated and eliminated from the next tournament entirely. Löded Eyeron walked away with that massive 7th golden trophy, leaving their challengers completely in the cosmic dust.
A 7-fold victory is a testament to perfect calculation and unbreakable force. Tonight, the scoreboard stands undisputed. The entire kingdom answers to the sound of Eyeron. As that colossal golden prize was wheeled out onto the stage, King 48 III addressed the roaring crowd with that quote. His words perfectly cemented the band's status as the undisputed monarchs of sound. Because let's be real, they didn't just play music. They exhibited an unbreakable force that survived the fury of the planet, the vacuum of space, and the literal chaos of the undead.
With 7 trophies secured and their biggest rival eliminated, who in Numberland will dare to challenge the regime next? So, leaving you with this final thought to ponder. After surviving 9.1 magnitude earthquakes, targeted asteroid strikes, bone-deteriorating soda riots, and vaporizing undead Chihuahuas, is there any force left in the universe that can actually stop Löded Eyeron? With their biggest rival completely wiped off the board, who could possibly dare to step up to the mic next? Keep that in mind as we wrap up this explainer.